Search this morning for clues into the deadly Air India crash that killed 241 people on that flight and at least 8 people on the ground. We now know that one of the victims was a Canadian dentist from Mississauga, Nirali Suresh Kumar Patel. She's survived by her husband and her 1-year-old child in Canada. We've learned that they're en route to India. Joining us for a closer look at what we know now in the search for answers is retired aviation accident investigator Steve Green. Welcome to Your Morning.
Yeah, good morning.
We've learned today that one black box has been recovered. They're still searching for a second. What kind of data needs to be collected and analyzed in order to determine what went wrong here?
There are 2 recorders. One of them is a cockpit voice recorder. The other one is called a digital flight data recorder. I don't know which one they have right now, but they'll get both of them. And the cockpit voice recorder obviously just records the sounds and conversation in the cockpit. But the digital flight data recorder, particularly on an advanced airplane like the 787, has several hundred parameters that are recorded. Almost nothing happens on the airplane that's not going to be recorded. So that actually will give us an awful lot of information about what happened, well beyond anything we can extract from a video.
Steve, we're showing right now, and I'm not sure if you can see them, but these are live photos of the crash scene, of the crash site. We're looking at part of the plane. The news coming out that one person survived this crash. Lindsay was telling us the news. Vishwash Kumar Ramesh was seated in 11A, an emergency row. And when you look at this wreckage, put into context for us, how remarkable is it that he essentially walked away from this accident?
I find that to be absolutely amazing as well. When I initially saw the first photos, I thought there was really not much chance of any survivors, and I think it's wonderful that somebody was able to survive. This has happened before, but it's almost inexplicable. It's a probabilistic discussion, really, of just what happened at various locations at what time, and thank goodness for him that it worked out.
Steve, you know, when we look at scenes from that wreckage, there are parts of that plane scattered everywhere and throughout the building. So we've talked about the black boxes, but what other elements and how do they go about determining what happened here based on the evidence and what's left on the ground? And I don't know if you can see these pictures. I'm obviously not an aviation expert, but there are bits of this plane scattered throughout this neighborhood that was just minutes from the airport.
Yeah, it's that process of gathering the debris and analyzing it is really quite amazing. Typically involves a considerable number of technical experts. Many of them come from the manufacturer. The folks at Boeing obviously know the airplane inside and out. I've seen some of their folks able to determine where a piece of metal came from just by knocking on it and listening to the ring and identifying how thick it was. They're very, very skilled at that. So all of that stuff gets brought into a location, organized, typically laid out based on a nose to tail kind of layout so that they have an idea where it was located in the airplane, and then they document everything they can about each piece. How much of that's necessary once we get the recorders, hard to say. I mean, the flight data recorders tend to really dominate this type of investigation, but if there were any things, for example, the idea of bird ingestion and so forth will be evident from what you find in the engines. So there's a lot of external data that will be involved, and it's a pretty amazing process, but the people who do it are really good at it.
Retired aviation accident investigator Steve Green, great to have your expertise with us this morning. Thank you.
You bet. Thank you.
If you like that video, make sure to subscribe to the Your Morning YouTube feed, where you can find all kinds of new content posted every weekday morning.